The truth about aging. It's not what you think. Let's start with the big picture. When most of us think about aging, we picture wrinkles, gray hair, maybe a few aches and pains. And sure, those things can be part of it. But aging is so much more than what's happening on the outside. It's about how you feel, how you move through the world, and how you embrace the wisdom that comes with experience. Your doctor might focus on your blood pressure or cholesterol levels, and those are important, but they don't always talk about the bigger picture, how to live a life that feels rich and meaningful as you age. One thing I've learned is that aging gracefully isn't about fighting time or trying to look 30 when you're 60. It's about feeling good in your skin, having energy to do the things you love, and finding joy in the everyday moments. And here's the first secret your doctor might not tell you. A lot of how you age is in your hands. Yes, genetics play a role, but your lifestyle, your mindset, and your choices can make a huge difference. So, let's break it down and talk about some practical ways to age gracefully, starting with the foundation of it all, your health. Health isn't just about avoiding disease. When we go to the doctor, the conversation often revolves around preventing or managing illness, diabetes, heart disease, arthritis, you name it. And that's critical, don't get me wrong. But health isn't just about not being sick. It's about feeling vibrant, strong, and capable. Here's what I mean. You can have perfect lab results and still feel tired, sluggish, or just off. That's because true health is about nourishing your body, mind, and spirit in a holistic way. Let's talk about food first, because what you eat is one of the biggest levers you have when it comes to aging well. Now, I'm not going to tell you to follow some restrictive diet or cut out all the foods you love. Life's too short for that. But I will say this, focus on eating real whole foods as much as you can. Think colorful vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats like avocados, nuts, and olive oil. These foods give your body the nutrients it needs to repair itself, fight inflammation, and keep your energy levels steady. Here's a little tip that's worked wonders for me. Try to make half your plate vegetables at every meal. It's simple, but it's a game changer. Not only do veggies fill you up, but they're packed with antioxidants that help protect your cells from the wear and tear of aging. And don't be afraid to experiment. Roast some Brussels sprouts with a little garlic and olive oil, or toss some kale into a smoothie with berries and yogurt. You don't have to be a gourmet chef to eat well, just keep it simple and fresh. Another thing your doctor might not emphasize enough is hydration. As we age, our sense of thirst can dull, so you might not realize you're dehydrated. But water is like the oil that keeps your body's engine running smoothly. It helps with everything from digestion to skin health to mental clarity. Aim for at least 8 glasses a day, and if plain water bores you, add a slice of lemon, cucumber, or even some fresh mint. It's a small change that makes a big difference. Movement is medicine. Okay, let's talk about exercise. I know, some of you might be rolling your eyes right now. But hear me out. Movement is one of the most powerful tools you have for aging gracefully. And I'm not saying you need to run marathons or spend hours at the gym. The key is to find ways to move your body that feel good and fit into your life. Your doctor might tell you to stay active, but they don't always explain why or how to make it sustainable. Here's the deal. Regular movement keeps your joints flexible, your muscles strong, and your heart healthy. It also boosts your mood, improves your sleep, and even sharpens your memory. Studies show that people who exercise regularly in their 50s and beyond have a lower risk of chronic diseases and tend to live longer, healthier lives. But the real magic is in how it makes you feel. More energized, more confident, more alive. So, what kind of movement should you do? The answer is, whatever you enjoy. If you love walking, aim for a brisk 30-minute walk most days of the week. If dancing is your thing, put on some music and have a dance party in your living room. Yoga and Tai Chi are fantastic for flexibility and balance, which become more important as we age. Even gardening or playing with your grandkids counts. The goal is to move your body in ways that bring you joy, not drudgery. Here's a pro tip. Mix it up. Combine some cardio, like walking or swimming, with strength training, like lifting light weights or doing bodyweight exercises, and flexibility work, like stretching or yoga. This trio keeps your body balanced and resilient. And don't worry if you're starting from scratch. Every little bit helps. Even 10 minutes a day is better than nothing, and you can build from there. Sleep, the unsung hero of aging. Let's talk about something that doesn't get enough attention. Sleep. Your doctor might ask if you're sleeping okay, but they don't always dive into why it's so critical for aging well. Sleep is when your body repairs itself, your brain processes the day, and your hormones get back in balance. Skimp on sleep, and you're more likely to feel stressed, foggy, and even physically worn out. As we get older, sleep can become trickier. Maybe you wake up more during the night, or it takes longer to fall asleep. But here's the good news. There are simple ways to improve your sleep quality. First, try to stick to a consistent sleep schedule, going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Create a relaxing bedtime routine like reading a book, taking a warm bath, or doing some gentle stretches. And please put away the screens at least an hour before bed. The blue light from phones and tablets can mess with your melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep. Another tip: make your bedroom a sleep sanctuary. Keep it cool, dark, and quiet, and invest in a comfortable mattress and pillows if you can. If you're still struggling, consider talking to a doctor about underlying issues like sleep apnea or restless leg syndrome, which can become more common with age. But for most of us, small tweaks to our habits can make a big difference. The power of your mindset. Now let's shift gears and talk about something that's just as important as diet, exercise, and sleep: your mindset. Your doctor might not spend much time on this, but I believe it's the secret sauce of aging gracefully. How you think about aging shapes how you experience it. If you see getting older as a decline or a loss, it's easy to feel discouraged. But if you view it as a season of growth, wisdom, and new possibilities, everything changes. One of the biggest mindset shifts is letting go of society's obsession with youth. We're bombarded with messages that tell us we need to look young, act young, be young. But here's the truth: every age has its own beauty and strengths. Your 50s, 60s, and beyond are a time to lean into who you are, not who you used to be. Embrace your laugh lines, they're proof of a life well lived. Celebrate your wisdom, you've earned it through years of experience. Another key is gratitude. I know it sounds simple, but taking a moment each day to appreciate the good things in your life can transform your outlook. Maybe it's the warmth of the morning sun, the laughter of a loved one, or the fact that you woke up feeling pretty good today. Gratitude doesn't erase challenges, but it helps you focus on what's working, which boosts your resilience and joy. And here's a little challenge for you. Try to surround yourself with positive, uplifting people. Your social circle has a huge impact on your mindset. Seek out friends who inspire you, who make you laugh, who remind you that life is still full of adventure. And don't be afraid to set boundaries with folks who drain your energy or focus only on the negative. Life's too short for that. Connection and purpose, the heart of a good life. Speaking of relationships, let's talk about connection. Your doctor might not bring this up, but having strong social ties is one of the biggest predictors of a long, healthy life. Studies show that people with close relationships, whether it's family, friends, or a community, tend to live longer and have lower rates of depression and cognitive decline. Loneliness, on the other hand, can be as harmful to your health as smoking or obesity. That's how serious it is. So, how do you build and maintain connections as you age? Start by nurturing the relationships you already have. Call a friend you haven't talked to in a while. Plan a coffee date or a walk with a neighbor. If you're feeling isolated, consider joining a group that aligns with your interests. A book club, a gardening group, a volunteer organization. Even small interactions like chatting with the cashier at the grocery store can lift your spirits. Another piece of the puzzle is purpose. Having a reason to get out of bed in the morning is like fuel for your soul. For some, that purpose comes from work or volunteering. For others, it's creative pursuits like painting, writing, or playing music. It could be as simple as being there for your grandkids or tending to your garden. The key is to find something that lights you up and gives you a sense of meaning. Here's a story that stuck with me. I once met a woman in her 70s who started a knitting group at her local community center. She'd always loved knitting, but she turned it into a way to connect with others and give back by making blankets for a local shelter. She told me it gave her a sense of purpose she hadn't felt in years. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about, finding your own version of that knitting palagrub. Stress less, live more. Let's talk about stress for a minute because it's a silent thief when it comes to aging well. Chronic stress can wreak havoc on your body, from raising your blood pressure to weakening your immune system. Your doctor might prescribe medication for stress-related issues, but they don't always talk about how to manage stress in your daily life. One of the best tools for stress is mindfulness. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to tell you to meditate for an hour a day. Mindfulness is just about being present in the moment, whether you're sipping your coffee, taking a walk, or listening to a friend. Even 5 minutes of deep breathing can calm your nervous system and help you feel grounded. Try this. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, and exhale for 4. Do it a few times and you'll feel the difference. Another stress buster is laughter. When was the last time you had a good belly-shaking laugh? Laughter releases endorphins, lowers stress hormones, and just makes life more fun. Watch a funny movie, share a silly story with a friend, or even try a laughter yoga class if you're feeling adventurous. It's amazing how something so simple can lift your spirits. And here's a big one: learn to say no. As we age, it's easy to feel obligated to do things. Whether it's hosting family gatherings, taking on extra responsibilities, or saying yes to every invitation. But overcommitting can leave you drained. It's okay to prioritize your time and energy. Protect your peace, my friends. It's worth it. The little things that add up. Before we wrap up, I want to share a few small habits that can make a big impact on how you age. These are things your doctor might not mention, but they're backed by science and real-world experience. First, take care of your skin. It's not just about vanity. Your skin is your body's first line of defense. Use a gentle cleanser, moisturize daily, and wear sunscreen even on cloudy days. Sun damage is one of the biggest culprits behind premature aging, so a good SPF is your friend. Second, keep your brain sharp. Your doctor might talk about preventing dementia, but they don't always emphasize how fun and simple it can be to keep your mind active. Do crossword puzzles, learn a new language, play a musical instrument, or even try a new hobby like cooking or photography. The key is to challenge your brain regularly. It's like a muscle that gets stronger with use. Third, stay curious. One of the most inspiring people I know is a man in his 80s who's always learning something new. Last year, he took up birdwatching and now knows the names of every bird in his backyard. That curiosity keeps him young at heart, and it can do the same for you. Ask questions, explore new ideas, and never stop growing. Finally, don't underestimate the power of small acts of self-care. Take a moment to enjoy a warm cup of tea. Write in a journal. Listen to your favorite song. These little rituals remind you that you're worth taking care of, and they add up to a life that feels fuller and more joyful. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you won't miss the next one. Stay well, stay inspired, and see you next time.